At no load, the slip is practically 0 and then RL is infinite. That is resistance infinite means it's acting as open circuit. Just like a transformer, the condition resembles the transformer whose secondary winding is open circuit. Okay, at no load. But at a standstill, that is called starting condition. At starting condition, slip is unity and then the load resistance RL is 0. Slip is unity means by substituting your slip is equal to 1. Okay, starting condition, rotor speed is equal to 0. At starting, the rotor speed is equal to 0. The induction motor is not running at time of starting. Understood? At the time of switch on, the rotor is not rotating. At that case, rotor speed is equal to 0. And then slip is equal to ns minus nr by ns. You know well. And then nr is become 0. That means slip is become 1. Slip is equal to 1. Also substitute here, slip is equal to 1 means, so 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. That means load resistance RL is equal to 0. Load resistance RL is equal to 0 means it is short circuit. So that's why it is short circuit. Just it is short circuited. Secondary winding is short circuit. Just like as a transformer secondary winding is short circuit. Understood? It is represent at standstill, the slip is unity and then low resistance is 0. This condition resembles that in a transformer whose secondary winding is short circuit. Okay. And then when the motor is running under load, the value of RL will be depend upon the value of the slip. Understood? When motor is running under load, the value of RLS, that is called load resistance, will depend upon the value of the slip. The slip condition resembles that the transformer whose secondary supply is variable and the purely resistive load. So like this. This is about the equivalent circuit of induction motor. And then power equations, power and torque relations in three-phase induction motor. The power and torque relations in three-phase induction motor. This is called stator. This is called input power supply. Okay, input power. We are giving the power supply to the stator winding of three-phase induction motor. This is called a stator. This is called rotor. Na? Okay. In between the stator and rotor, one air gap is there. You know well. Okay. So rotor is rotating. Okay. There is no connection between stator and rotor mechanically. There is no connection between mechanical connection between the stator and rotor. Am I right? This is called a stator. Okay. For example, this is called a stator. Okay. So in this, so we have to place one rotor. Okay. This is called rotor. Understood? So this is called a stator. Stator of three-phase induction motor. This is called a stator. So this part is called stator. And this is called rotor. And there is no connection between these two. Okay. This is called air gap. Am I right? Air gap between these two. Stator and rotor, some small air gap is there. Am I right? If it is, this is called stator. Okay. And this is called rotor. So in between there is this called air gap. Okay. This power is transferred from stator to rotor. Power is transfer stator to rotor through air gap only. Okay. In induction motor, the power is transfer stator to rotor through air gap. This is called air gap. Okay. This is called secondary winding. It's called primary winding of transformer. But in transformer, there is no air gap. No? So we are using as a transformer, there is a core. Okay. Transformer to connect this. There is a core is used to pass the magnetic flux to the primary to link the magnetic flux through the primary to secondary. This core is used in transformer. But in induction motor, just air gap. Okay. The flux passing into the air only and cuts the rotor. Understood? So that's called stator input. Here this is called stator input. So this is called input of the stator. Am I right at that? This is called stator input. And this is called stator output. Okay. This is called stator output. So here stator output we are getting from this. Okay. So from this stator output. Okay. This is called stator output. Stator input. We are giving the power supply through the three phases. One, R, Y, B. Okay. So that is called stator input. And then stator output. So this is called stator output. Stator output is nothing but in the form of induction. Based on inductions, this stator input, this power is converted to the rotor. On the rotor. Okay. The EMF induced on the rotor because of induction principle. No? Okay. So this called stator. This power is called stator output. Okay. Stator output. Otherwise, also it is called as a rotor input. No? Okay. So rotor input. This power is transferred by the induction principle into the rotor. It's also called as stator output is also called as rotor input. Understood? Stator output power or rotor input power both are same. Understood? So stator input power is called three phases supply. Okay, and the stator winding is excited and it's having rotating magnetic field, and then that power is converted into the rotor because of induction principle. Okay, the stator output is called rotor input, and also this power is also called as a air gap power. Stator output or rotor input, otherwise is also called as air gap power. Okay, air gap power, air gap. Okay, this power is also called as air gap power. Understood? Air gap power. This power is also called as air gap power of three-phase induction motor. It's clear? Understood? So we are giving the power supply to the three-phase induction motor on the stator, and this is called winding. Okay, and this after winding, the power is transferred to the rotor based on induction principle, and then stator output is nothing but rotor input. This is called rotor, and this power transferred to the stator to rotor. Okay, the rotor input is called this power is called the power transferred to the stator to rotor. That power is called air gap power. It's clear. And this called here R1 and RC. This called primary stator winding resistance R1, and then stator core loss component RC. Okay, this called stator core loss, same as a transformer. Okay, transformer core loss component. Here stator winding, stator core loss component RC, stator winding resistance R1. Okay. Total electrical load R2 dash is equal to 1 by S minus 1 plus R2 dash is equal to R2 by S. You know well. Power input to the stator is called 3V1 I1 cos pi because of power is equal to VI cos pi for three phase 3VI cos pi. For three phase, this is for three phase system. For single phase, just VI cos pi. Okay. For single phase, just VI cos pi. For three phase, 3 into V1 I1 cos pi 1. This is called power factor, input power factor of induction motor. Cos pi 1. Understood? So power input to the stator is called 3V1 I1 cos pi. Okay. There will be a stator core loss and stator copper loss. Okay. Stator copper loss because of winding resistance of I1 square into R1. Okay. The stator copper loss. The stator core loss. Okay. IW square into RC. Okay. IW square into RC is called stator core loss. The remaining power will be transferred to the across the air gap. Okay. This power is called air gap power. That is called input to the rotor. Okay. Understood? Air gap power means whatever the power is transferred from stator to the rotor, that power is called air gap power. That is called rotor input power is also called as, okay, air gap power, or stator output power is called air gap power. Rotor input power is also called as air gap power. And rotor input power is nothing but 3 I2 square into R2 by S. Okay, 3 I2 square into R2 by S, rotor input. And rotor copper loss 3 I2 square into R2, I square R. 3-phase power supply, that's why 3. This is a 3-phase power supply, no? That's why 3 I2 square into R2 by S. Rotor copper loss is equal to 3 times of I2 square into R2 dash. And then total mechanical power developed by the rotor is called rotor input minus rotor copper loss. Understood? So rotor input minus rotor copper loss is called total mechanical power developed on the rotor. Okay, rotor input is nothing but 3 I2 square into R2 dash by S. Okay, and so minus rotor copper loss means 3 I2 square into R2 dash S, R2 dash. Here minus 3 I2 square into R2 by S minus 3 I2 square into R2 dash. Rotor input power minus rotor copper loss. And then we will get, so 3 I2 square into R2 to 1 by S minus 1. So like this. It's clear. This is called total mechanical power developed by the rotor is nothing but rotor input minus rotor copper loss. That is called 3 I2 square into R2 into 1 by S minus. So like this. So these derivations are there in the induction motor. And then power is equal to torque into omega. You know, well, power is equal to torque. The gross power developed in the induction motor. The power is equal to torque into omega. Okay, omega is equal to 2 pi hundred by 60. 2 pi hundred by 60. Okay, in radians per second. Radians per second. 2 pi n by 60. Okay, understand. Substitute here, power is equal to torque into omega 2 pi n by 60. And then power, mechanical power developed here. 3 I2 square into R2 into 1 by S minus 1. So that's power. Is equal to, by substituting, by simplifying this, you will get the torque relation of 3-phase induction motor. So like this. This is the very, very important torque relation in the 3-phase induction motor. 9.55 into 3 I2 square into R2 dash by S by NS. Okay. So this is one of the gross mechanical power developed in the rotor. Okay. This is the relation torque derivation of 3-phase induction motor. Okay. And then, so next induction motor torque. So all of you go through this PDF, you can easily understand remaining concept. And rotor output. Okay. And also based on this, so one derivation, one relation is there. So from this all relations are shows one relation, and between air gap power and rotor ohmic losses and mechanical power developed there. Okay, 3-phase induction motor. Okay, so for example, air gap power is called, air gap power is called PG. Okay, this is called air gap power. Okay, PG is called air gap power, and PR called rotor ohmic loss. For example, rotor ohmic loss, or rotor copper loss, or rotor ohmic loss, rotor copper loss. Okay, and PM is called mechanical power developed. Mechanical power developed in a 3-phase induction motor. So then what is the relation between these two? Air gap power is 2, rotor copper loss is 2, and a mechanical power developed is equal to 1 is to S is to 1 minus S. The relation. Okay. From these equations, we will get this type of relations. Okay, rotor copper loss is 2, gross power output is nothing but mechanical power developed is nothing but, so PR divided by PM. Here, rotor copper loss. For example, this, okay, for example, here, so what is the relation means here? Try to consider. So rotor copper loss, that is called PR. By gross rotor output, that is called PM, or mechanical power developed. This is nothing but S divided by 1 minus S. Am I right or not? And then, so Similarly, grass output power by rotor input. This is called rotor input. Air gap power is called rotor input. For this one, you will get 1 by NSS. Okay. So grass power divided by PM divided by PG. That's nothing but 1 by NSS by 1. Okay. That is nothing but this is same as this. Understand? So this is mechanical power or grass rotor output. Is also called as PG, grass mechanical PGM. Grass rotor output, that is called PGM. Sometimes it's denoted by PGM also, grass. So maybe so you want to take for simplicity grass PGM, grass mechanical power. Okay. So like this is the relation between these two. Okay. Okay. That is called this is the relation. 1 is to S is to 1 minus S. Based on that relation, so you will get all formulas. Okay, this is the rotor input relation between all this. Okay, this is about this is the torque derivation. So all of you go through this PDF. Okay, so up to here this is enough. So all of you look at here, torque slip characteristics of 3-phase induction motor. So this is for generating mode. This is for motoring mode. This is called braking mode. Okay, at slip is equal to 0. Okay, this is called starting torque. At slip is equal to 0, this much of torque is developed. Okay, at slip is equal to 1. Okay, this is called slip is equal to 0. Slip is equal to 0 means torque will become 0. The torque versus speed characteristics or torque versus slip characteristics. Your torque Newton meter and speed in RPM and slip. So like this. Okay, this is called slip 1. Slip 1 means slip is equal to 1. Where the slip is getting 1? At starting NR is equal to 0. No? Slip is equal to NS minus NR by NS. You know well? NS minus NR by NS. At NR is equal to 0 means under no at starting condition. Starting condition, rotor speed is 0. That's why slip is equal to NS by NS. It's called 1. Slip is equal to 1. Okay. Slip is equal to 1. Here slip is equal to 1. At slip is equal to 1, what is the rotor speed here? 0. No? Rotor speed is 0. At slip is equal to 1. No? Okay. Rotor speed is 0. But this is the starting torque. This is called starting torque. This is called starting torque. This is called starting torque. This TST, starting torque. Okay. And then that slip is equal to here. What is the slip here? So what is the slip here? 0. Slip 0 means what is the speed of induction motor? Okay. Slip is 0 means at NR is equal to NS. Okay. Slip 0 means rotor speed is equal to synchronous speed. Okay. Slip is equal to NS minus NR divided by NS. Slip is equal to NS minus NR by NS. By substituting NR is equal to NS here. Okay. That slip is equal to 0. No? Okay. At slip 0, what is the torque here? 0. At slip 0 case, here slip is equal to 0. What is the speed here? 1500 RPM. That is called maximum speed. So 1500 RPM is rotating. Okay, what is this case? Torque is equal to 0. Okay, at starting, slowly torque is increasing and then decreasing. This is for motoring applications. And generating means the rotor speed is here. The rotor speed is less than synchronous speed. That's why it is positive. Slip is positive. And also in between, slip is in between 0 and 1. Slip in between 0 and 1. So try to count 1 and 0. 0.66, 0.33. Slip is in between 0 and 1. This is called motoring operation. Understood? Slip between 0 and 1 is called a motoring operation. Slip is greater than 1. Generating operation, slip is greater than 1. So slip is, greater than 1 means less than 1. Sorry, greater less than 1. Slip is here less than 1. So that means less than 1 means 0 minus is negative, no? And also negative minus 0.33, minus 0.66 and minus 1. Slip is negative. That is for generating. And breaking mode, slip is greater than 1. Okay. Slip is greater than 1 for generating mode. Slip 1.33, 1.66, 2. Slip is greater than 1 for breaking mode. Okay. For motoring mode, slip is between 0 and 1. For a generating mode, slip is in less than 1 and also negative. Slip is negative for generating mode. Slip is positive for motoring mode and also braking mode, but is greater than 1. It is between 0 and 1. Understood? So slip changing for motoring mode 0 to 1 is like this. 0.6 is 0.3. Speed is RPM like this. For generating mode, rotor speed is more than that of the synchronous speed. Okay, rotor speed is more than that of the synchronous speed. So braking mode also. So like this. So this is called torque slip characteristics of 3-phase induction motor. Understood? And then next,